Hi everyone, and welcome to the first interview of a series of interviews that I'm going to be conducting and posting over the next year. And the topic of those interviews is holistic living in Luxembourg. What I try to do with these interviews is to bring you closer to experts in Luxembourg that are active in the field of holistic living in Luxembourg. And today my guest is Nicole from less.lu, and we're going to talk about the power of decluttering and minimalism and how that can actually make us happier and more joyful and even make us more productive.
Exactly.
So hi Nicole, and
Hello.
thank you for being here and for being part of this series. Can you just briefly introduce yourself and tell us a little bit more about how and why you decided to start less.lu?
Yes. My name is Nicole. I'm originally from Germany. I have been living in Luxembourg for 11 years now. And I started this business officially last year, 1 year ago, in October 2017. But I have been working in this business like with friends and family and acquaintances for many years now. I would say like 13 years ago, I've had some health issues, and that's when I started thinking about what's really important in life, not to everyone, to anyone, but to me. What's important to me. And that's when I realized it's not all those 20 pairs of blue jeans or 10 sweaters or an expensive couch or whatever, but it's spending time with family and friends. It's making lifetime memories.
Interesting.
So this is how this all started.
Okay. Well, you are an expert in decluttering, and I think this is such a huge topic. So many people can benefit from knowing a little bit more about it. But also, in your website, you're mentioning a little bit about minimalism. We're talking about the art of, less is more. This is your motto, obviously. So, can you maybe just explain to me the difference between minimalism and decluttering? Because minimalism is such a trending topic nowadays. You hear it everywhere. You hear people who define themselves as minimalist. It can be even a bit cliche and honestly sometimes even annoying. And so what is the difference between minimalism and decluttering?
Well, if you're a real minimalist, you don't need to declutter, do you? Because you don't have that many things, I would say. Minimalism is just intentionally removing things from your life you don't need, want, or love, and concentrating on only the things you really need. And decluttering is part of it, at least in the beginning, and well, afterwards as well, but the big part is in the beginning. Decluttering is just organizing stuff, organizing your life basically, and clear the clutter outside to clear the clutter inside, and vice versa. So
okay. Yeah, I must say that I'm very drawn to this idea of minimalism and decluttering, and I have noticed that when I clean up and when I work in a clean space or when my kitchen is clean, somehow you have more ideas coming, you're working more efficiently, even you're cooking better tasting meals, if that makes any sense. So it definitely, for me, it makes a huge difference. But, can you, I don't know, like I have a child. And if I decide to declutter and not have a lot of things and really not have anything that I don't really use, can I still call myself a minimalist? Or would you be a minimalist only if you own less than 100 things and you have no car, no TV, no children? Because is that the definition, or what is really the definition of minimalism?
Well, I have 2 kids as well. I have 2 sons. We don't have a TV though.
Okay.
That's a personal choice. We only have 1 car. It's not, I would not say you're a minimalist only if you own less than 100 things, or like it's also a trend now with you can only have 30 pieces of clothing or something like that. I think this really depends, because not everybody has the same life. You can be a busy mom, having a full-time job as well, like to work in the garden and cooking. You can have a very diverse life, or you can be a mom, stay-at-home mom, and who does not need that many things as maybe a mom who travels, or we were talking about moms. So I think it's a very personal question, and I would not say I don't like the concept of 100 things or less. It's personal.
Good. I like that answer, and I like that too. So let me just ask you if you can give me an example from your own experience. Obviously, you have started by decluttering your own life and adopting all those minimalism aspects in it, and then helping your clients also to do so. Can you share with us how decluttering has helped you live a better and healthier life, and your clients as well? What do your clients say after you help them do that? Just to give some insight of what kind of benefits we might get if we decide to just throw away stuff that we no longer need.
Yeah, well, first of all, you don't need to throw away everything. You can also make a lot of other people happy, maybe.
Yeah.
This is one benefit as well, making other people happy by either giving it to them, gifting, or well, donating to people you don't know, maybe. So this is one aspect. Obviously, you have more money because you don't just spend on whatever. It helps the economy. Well, the environment, let's say. It helps the environment. It's better for the world if we have less stuff, less pollution, less badly paid workers. So it has many aspects and many benefits to your health as well. If you concentrate only on the things you love and you really, really love and to have in your life, you will be less stressed and you focus only on the good things.
And I guess you also appreciate the stuff you have more than if you,
of course.
You have them obviously hidden somewhere or you don't really use them.
And if I have 10 different black pants, I don't appreciate them as much, obviously, as if I only have one, and this is then my special black pants.
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, so basically what we can gather or what we can understand from this is that decluttering is not in that way a restriction. It doesn't restrict you because you own less things. It's rather an act of freedom and liberation.
Yes, I would definitely say this is 100% correct, because I only have things I love, so I don't restrict myself. I have everything I want. I don't need more. So it's
I think
not a restriction.
It also makes you more mindful about the things you own, and then as we already mentioned, it makes you appreciate them more.
Exactly. So be grateful for what you have.
Yeah, that's a big one. I think that's a very very important thing also in being happy, when you're grateful about the things that you have.
Definitely.
Okay, I love that. So I am going to ask you a classic scenario that I think a lot of women can identify with. So you have this, and even I have been going through this, to be honest. You open the closet and it's full of clothes, and you ask yourself, what am I going to wear today? There is nothing I can wear today. So what are your tips to deal with that? And the second question following this is, if you are, let's say, a fashionista, or if you are somebody who likes to follow the trends, can you be that? Can you be fashionable while still be minimalist in a way?
Well, first of all, to the first part of the question, if you only have things in your closet that you really love, there's no question of, I have nothing to wear, because everything that you have in your closet is something that you really love. So you should definitely get rid of all the things which do not fit properly. You will never lose those last 5 kilos or whatever it is. And if you do, you deserve to buy a new
that's outfit. A good one. Yeah, absolutely.
And get rid of everything that is a bit damaged, a bit ill-fitting, that doesn't make you feel good. Maybe it's a pretty dress, but if you don't wear it with self-confidence because, I don't know if it's too short, or you will not be self-confident and you will not be happy. So everything that looks good maybe in the closet or on someone else, get rid of it. Only have what you really love, and then you do not have this issue, or not that often that issue if I have nothing to wear.
Okay. And then to the second question, then, if you want to still be trendy, because unfortunately the trends are changing every few months, so that means you keep on buying new clothes and things. So how can you deal with that if you want to actually reduce the amount of clothes you're buying? and still be trendy?
Well, take it slow. I mean, and also think about maybe before what you really want. Do you want to do every trend? I mean, you always have to have the aspect of the environment and, you know, fast fashion. If this is what you want, yes, go ahead. But then keep like basic outfits and maybe just buy some scarves or jewelry or a jacket, shoes. You can definitely do that. I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, thank you. That's good advice. So I have another question for you, and that's also from my own struggles sometimes.
Yes.
So I mentioned it to you already before we started filming. When you cook, you know, you have the kitchen nice and tidy, and I love to cook in a clean kitchen. Obviously, as I said, it inspires you to cook. I find that even the food that you cook tastes better,
Yeah.
and it's just more of a recreational activity rather than a chore in that sense. But then, you know, you cook and you serve the food, and then the kitchen's a mess again. So how can you deal with using kitchen or any other space that you use on a daily basis, that you know, a wear and tear in that sense, and still keeping it organized and tidy? What are your tips?
First of all, don't own that much. You don't need to have 10 different Japanese knives. You need 1 or 2 knives. I mean, you know, just don't have that much. And then put everything back right away. If you're cooking, if you're using the salt and the pepper, okay, done with that, you don't need it anymore, put it back. And put it back to where it belongs. Have one place for everything. And always put it back right away.
This is such an incredible, such a simple tip. But I guess this is going to solve all of the issues that I'm having, because I tend to just be, okay, just leave it here for now, and then afterwards it's like, oh my god, I need to,
No, it's sometimes it's really simple, and it might sound stupid, but try it next time. Put back
I'm
what you
definitely
don't
going to
need.
try it. Great one. So another question that I have actually related to getting rid of stuff and decluttering. I myself now, as I mentioned to you, I'm in the process of moving, so I find this is such an amazing opportunity for me to get rid of a lot of stuff, because you obviously have to take everything and examine what you have, what you use, what you don't use. But there are a lot of things that you don't use really, but that you're attached to emotionally, either because they were gifted to you, or you have some kind of emotional value, and they're from your childhood, or let's say just simply a monetary value. You know, this is something that actually costs a lot of money, even though you don't use it, and it's just taking space. What are your tips in of dealing with these things? How can you declutter them, or how can you get rid of them in a way that doesn't make you feel guilty?
Yeah. It comes back to the point where you have to ask yourself what you really want in life, what your priorities are. Do you want to keep everything, and why? I mean, there's something behind this, this clutter, why you are attached to it. Use it. For example, we had a t-shirt collection we never wore. It was like, I don't know, souvenirs, you know, from Las Vegas or from whatever, just t-shirts. Just use them. If you don't wear them, combine them, make a blanket out of it. We have a blanket of t-shirts. We have pillows of t-shirts. I mean, you know, if you like it, use it.
So you assess then afterwards whether you use it or not.
Exactly, and then you can make, again, another decision. Keep it or give it.
I have personally found that when I actually declutter my closet, when I pack my stuff and I give them away for secondhand, or just give them away for charity, there are plenty of possibilities where we can do this here in Luxembourg. It makes me feel actually really good, because it doesn't make me feel like I'm actually getting rid of things and actually wasting them or creating more waste in that sense, but it makes me feel like, oh, maybe I'm actually giving it away to somebody who actually might use it and need them.
Exactly.
And is in need in that sense, rather than sitting in my closet and just making creating clutter.
Yeah, perfect.
Another question, you mentioned that about priorities, about valuing things. Can you go further into explaining how can decluttering, the act of decluttering, can help us to set the right priorities in our life?
Most of the time when you're at the point that you see your stuff as clutter, there's a change already inside you. Something is happening. You might know what, maybe a separation, maybe you're unhappy with your job, but if you see it as clutter, there's already something working inside of you.
Okay.
So most of the time when I'm with a client, when I'm going to see a client, most of the time you see that the clutter is not the main issue. I mean, it is an issue, but there's something else behind it. So you would need other help as well. But you can start with decluttering and then you will get rid of emotions, rid of the past. You don't need to concentrate on the past. Work with those things. Work with the emotions that come up, because in this process a lot of times emotions come up, even if you're decluttering the kitchen or something like that. So it can help you set your priorities, well, not right, but different.
So yeah, as they actually even say, also clear space, clear head.
Exactly. It's true, and it works.
It's interesting what you mentioned with the emotions. That's actually totally true. A lot of times, and I think maybe this, in a way, we're hiding our emotions, or we're being afraid to deal with our own emotions by dealing with the outside, like let's say the clutter or something. That might be also another way of. Yeah. Because I find myself, when I actually sit in a clean space, you kind of are more into yourself.
Yeah.
So it kind of, you don't have much of distraction. Exactly, yes, yeah. So it's a good thing to actually be more mindful and to kind of tend to your own inner world when your outer world is in order.
Yeah.
That's a very good concept. Now, finally, because you totally, I believe you got me so excited about it. I hope our viewers are excited about decluttering and just minimizing the stuff that they use also. So can you give our viewers 5 tips to start decluttering today? Let's say they're already motivated, I hope you guys are, and you want to do something already today. So what can you start doing? Just 5 simple tips that just to get you off on the right start. And to, let's say, to make it more sustainable, not that you find yourself again at the same place next day.
Well, first, sit down, write down your priorities, what you want in life. That's 1. 2, get rid of all the duplicates. Like I mentioned before, the 10 knives, or I don't know, things like that. Get rid of all the duplicates. Everybody has many duplicates.
That's true.
Which really most of the time are not needed. 3, get rid of all the damaged things. In every household, there are so many things that are damaged, broken, clothes that are worn, which is actually not nice anymore, and sometimes you cannot even use it, you cannot fix it anymore. Then get rid of it.
Okay.
Throw the damaged things out. 4, think before you buy new things. When you're in the store, just really take a minute and ask yourself, do I really need this now?
Oh, this is such a big one.
Yeah, but most of the time it's like, no, not now. Maybe I'll wait until tomorrow, next week, or whatever.
Like emotional purchasing, that kind of thing. Yeah.
But even groceries, huh?
But that's the thing.
Do I really need another pasta box, or don't I have already 5 kilos of pasta at home?
That's what I also say to my clients always. Do not go to the grocery shop without a shopping list. And just stick to the shopping list. I guess that's gonna apply for clothes, just to know what kind of things you need.
Exactly.
That's such a
Make
good
a
one.
mental inventory before and then during the shopping process.
What particular items you need, and then just stick to those.
Yeah.
I just need a pair of black pants. That's it.
Exactly. And a pair of well-fitting black pants. The last one, number 5, I would just say, be grateful for what you already have. Be grateful for what you have. Think about it.
Yeah, that's such a good concept. Yeah, it makes you feel happy instantly.
Because we have everything we need.
That's true. More than what we needed.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So let's focus on the positive and on what we have rather than what we don't have.
Yeah, you will not be happier with more things. If you're not happy now, you will not be happier if you have 10 pence.
Oh, I love this. Oh, that's such a great advice. Well, thank you so much for coming today
Thank
and for
you.
this interview and for sharing your tips
Yeah.
with our viewers. I hope you guys found this useful, and if you would like to have more information about decluttering or minimalism, make sure you visit Nicole's website, les.lu, and she's amazing, and she's gonna be more than happy to come and help you declutter your space in your house. And I guess what will follow is also in your head. So thanks for coming again.
Thank you.
And wish you all the best.
Same to you.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks.
you.
Thanks for watching.